Now. Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, thank you so much for joining us for productivity sprint number 8 for the Worldwide Writeathon. There is a whole bunch of stuff that I'm just now realizing I did not put in the description, so I'm going to go do that on this first sprint.
Yeah.
You will find both of these lovely people linked down in the description box by the end of the first sprint, as well as the timer that we will be using and information for the YouTube channel for Worldwide Writeathon and the announcement and all of that good stuff will be down in the description box because I have ADHD. I'm going to blame it on the ADHD. But I know we got a lot of new people, so I'll introduce myself. Hello, I'm Margaret. I am a writer and a booktuber. Primarily read fantasy and definitely write fantasy. And if my other two co-hosts would like to introduce themselves as well.
Yeah, I'm Cal. Yeah, I guess I can't even be like, you know me, because this is
a lot of these people do not.
Not know me.
I was waiting for it.
My channel is Retrieving Books, where I talk about books and my golden retrievers. And I read also a lot of fantasy, and then I try to do a heavy focus on queer literature as well. And lots of dog vlogs. So hiking with dogs, competing with dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just my dog's faces on screens constantly.
For the two of us, maybe more writing content soon.
Honestly, thoughts and prayers towards that in my direction, please.
So, all right.
I'm Shannon, and I write under the pen name ST Houston. You can find me under my channel of ST Houston, where I publish content about writing and my self-publishing journey. I have a YA fantasy trilogy that is published, currently working on a romantic fantasy series. And I'm also 1/3 of the podcast for self-publishing tips and tricks with Morgan Lee and Ben Pink from Running to Write. And I'm 1/2 of the AuthorTube Writing Conference with Margaret Pinard.
Oh, nice. I know Margaret. We've done some stuff together. She is the other Margaret. We're on live streams together. Depends on whose channel we're on. So, thank you both for joining me. We are here to get some writing done, but I'm going to let some people kind of join in. So I wanted to ask, what are we all working on today? What are our goals in this sprint? Maybe we don't have, I don't need to know your full thing, but in the 2.5 hours that we've got here, what are our plans?
I am working on outlining a sapphic romance. Is my Nice.
My goal was to try and finish my first book of my next series, but I've been sleeping a lot today. Mm-hmm. So I've only got just over 2,000 words. So I'd be happy if I could get another 1,000 by the end of the day. But I'm working on my fantasy or a romantic fantasy novel called A Curse of Scales and Feathers.
Nice. I am going to be restarting my reread for what was my YA fantasy. I have since realized that what I want to do with this series, I need to make it adult. Just because of it's one of those things I kept getting ideas of them as adult, places to take the series if they were. I'm like, I can't follow teens for this long. This makes no sense. What would happen? I'm like, oh, Margaret.
I was so happy you made that decision. I was like, yeah.
Well, they could age up like Harry Potter did.
Yeah. I thought about that because I honestly wish we had more stuff that followed people through middle school to high school or high school into adulthood. I think there are a lot of series that they could have done that with. We just haven't seen anyone do that yet. So I don't know. Could I be the first person to do that? Maybe. But I would love to see stuff go from one age category to another and have characters in both places. Because I'm me and I like reading about the characters for forever. So, but no, I realized, hey, this needs where you want to take this as far as following the characters. Content's not really going to change, but where you want to take this as far as following the characters, you need to be able to widen some things around. So here we are. We have a whole bunch of people. I think this is a lot of people in my chat. So please bear with me. I've never had to keep up with this many at the same time before. But hello to everyone. Hello, Nikki and Lee and A Pigeon. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. Hananya. I'm Bethany and Allie and Essie. Let's see. Okay. I feel this. I don't know where this came from, but Allie, I feel this. I don't see my family very often. So, Mandy, I only did not forget because I was actually doing it this weekend. I'm terrible at this. We have lots of people.
Yeah.
Hi, Joanna. I'm just trying to see if we missed any comments. Yes, speaking of, if anyone wants to drop what they're doing in the chat, you can. Let's see. I'm finding it. Oh, Vixen is a dog person too, Cal.
Yeah.
She's got a
Half
cute
of their
little
content
dog.
is books and writing, half is their dog.
Yeah, Loki.
Dog.
Yeah, you can see it in her picture, her thumbnail. And his name is Loki.
Loki. What breed, Vixen?
Like a pug?
Yeah, I think it's a pug.
Cute.
She actually has a timer that she made of him. So he's so cute.
That's amazing.
Okay.
All right.
Katie.
Writer, is it Kasai?
Or Katie is her name.
Katie. Okay. So Katie is going to be working on some nano world building. Yes, that's where we want to get. Essie is working on a fantasy historical fiction. Nice. Hananya is working on beta reading a book. Nikki is here hoping to finish one chapter and start the next. The weekend we're aiming for 8 chapters. That is a lot. That is a good goal. I love it. All right. CB394 is got 10,000 words. You can do this. 10,008 words to go for this month. You got it.
I believe in you.
You got it. And then Lee Holderfield is hoping to get some chapters out to the betas. Joanna Ortiz reading through the first draft of book 3 of a sci-fi romance trilogy.
Oh, wow.
And outlining the second draft. Nice. I'm reading through, I think this is draft 6. So Caroline Ann is working on a book cover. I think you might want to talk with Joanna, possibly, I think, Max. We have a wild Max in the chat. Mandy is working on book 4 in their Robin Hood story. Would like it done on Nano. Or before Nano, so you can start book 5. Perfect. I totally understand that. CB394 is also working on an alternate opening for their Nano novel for next month. You know, sometimes you got to have those alternate. I know I've changed the beginning of this like 3 times. And it's really funny because it kept going back to like the original beginning that I wrote. So, Vixen is, I think it's Nia or Naya.
Nia.
Is going to, sorry, what?
Nia.
Okay, so Nia is going to do some edits and trying to listen to an audiobook at the same time. Good luck with that. I would not. That is more brain power. You have more brain power than I do.
Me too.
I can edit videos and listen to audio. Well, actually, I can't listen to audiobooks because I keep having, like, I can edit videos and watch other videos or TV. Can't edit a book. Can't do that. I sometimes can't even edit with, what's the word? It's gone. I'm sorry. Let's see. Caitlin is working on final revisions of their City project, which is a YA fantasy, hoping to query after this draft.
Yay.
Exciting.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Good luck.
It's been so long since I've done that. I'm kind of slightly like, I'm gonna have to be following that because I need to know what the market looks like now. Dolores is working on a poem for Day of the Dead. Okay. Oh, Maddie, I'll get you that. Okay. Give me just a second. We will go into the first sprint and I will get you set up with that. our fourth host has is having issues with the Discord. That happens. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and let's start our first sprint. I'll get Maddie all set, and then once we've done that, she can come and introduce herself. But give me just a second. The particular timer that I am using is one that I made myself, specifically so people can use this and not have to worry about getting copyright strike, because I heard that was happening to a few people. And I was like, well, then I'm just going to make my own timers so no one can stop me from using them. And it's free for y'all to use as well. I'll have the link in the drop down. But all right, 3, 2, 1, and mute your mics. And welcome back. We have a new friend. Hello. There was a miscommunication in Discord. So Maddie is with us now, though.
I'm always the problem child. Sorry, guys.
It was not your fault. You're good. Would you like to introduce yourself and your channel real quick while I go and remove that banner?
Sounds good. My name is Maddie. I run the Bound by Words channel. I post writing-related videos 1 to 2 times a week, and I usually do like writing vlogs around Camp NaNoWriMo, but I am a fantasy writer and a full-time editor, and I actually don't really know what I'm working on today. I took the rest of that first sprint to answer like all of my like work editing emails, and I think I'm probably going to move into some free writing. I spent the last week on vacation, so I just came back Thursday? And I spent all of yesterday with a migraine, so like I don't really want to be serious today. So I think I'm going to do some free writing for fun.
Totally understand that. I had one of those days last weekend.
I have this problem in my back. I feel like an old person where my back keeps hurting and it makes my head hurt, so I'm not really recovered yet. I feel so fragile.
Oh my God. I hit about 32 and was like, oh, I can't sleep certain ways anymore. Okay.
I'm blaming the pull-out couch where I was staying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably not it. That's probably just the couch. Max, no. I agree with Cal. You are the most startleable person that I know.
It's like the most gentle ding that I almost don't hear it. So if that startled you, I don't know. I don't know.
So how did we do that sprint, guys?
I feel good. I went back over Act 1 and just like added more, essentially, just like flushed out some details, and then started thinking about Act 2 and was like, fuck.
Yep. I'm kind of in between being a plotter, planner / discovery writer. And so I kind of make bullet points. I'm like, okay, these are things that have to happen. It's a romantic fantasy. So I'm trying to still hit the beats that you would have in a romance novel. And I've been struggling for the last week or so writing anything. And so I reviewed my bullet points. I was like, oh, I skipped that step. I skipped that step. I skipped that step. Yeah. I wrote 667 words, but I found out I probably need to go back and figure out what else I'm going to do because of all the things I skipped.
600 That's a hard balance. Is awesome.
Nice. I got everyone is linked in the description, by the way. All of the lovely people here. The Worldwide Writeathon channel, the timer that we're using, all of that linked in the description. So if you want any of that, you guys can find that there. And then I sat down and read through the first page of the book I'm rereading and started making my notes. So
nice.
We're getting there. I also got to open up my new pens.
That's the best feeling.
Yes.
It is.
Writing with a fresh, crisp pen.
I'm just like, I mean, like, I love my fountain pen, but I was just like, you know what? We get to get some new pens because this is the first time in 2 years we're actually like seriously going to be working on a book.
Yes, so, I like that.
CB394 had a good reminder for us to save our work if we are using technology to write things. So just remember to save your work. Save it to your main thing. Save it to an external hard drive or a thumb drive, because you never know when your computer might just crash. Ooh. I have a horror story about that one because I saved everything to my thumb drive the day my computer crashed. Like I saved it that morning, and by the evening it was gone, and I was like,
yeah, narrow miss.
So bad. So okay, let's see what everyone else is doing. Hold on, I found it. All right. Oh, nice. So Nikki got 606, finished a chapter and got 660 words for the next one.
Nice.
Ava is an hour ahead of their goal for this edit. That's awesome.
Nice.
But now I want to finish it sooner. Listen, just keep going. If it's flowing for you, just keep going. Remember to hydrate and take a break and use the bathroom and like get a snack, but like keep going. Max is apparently aware of this predicament, Cal.
Well, what are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I mean, it is a lot. The first ding is a bit louder than on the first one, but people were telling me they couldn't hear it the first time I did the timer. So
I had karma blasting in my ears. What was I gonna do? Just be like, oh, sorry, Taylor, I hear a ding. No.
I mean, it could have been a loud blaring siren, and I would have understood if you're like, no, we need to finish this song. I was like 3 songs ahead of you on that.
Oh no, it was the entire sprint, just that song.
Karma, that's nice.
Yeah. I'm getting all autistic about it. It's great.
I'm just doing the whole album over and over again. Which important question: does adding the new Taylor Swift songs to my writing playlist count as writing? Sound off in the comments.
Yes. I'm sorry, there's a Taylor Swift song for every book you could ever write.
Literally.
There really is. So yes.
So okay. CB 394 got 586 words. A Pigeon got 632. Sam listened to 19 pages of the manuscript and only 8 left. So
nice.
You're on the other side.
1 sprint left.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Lee twinged their back last week and only wrote 2 paragraphs before they pulled over. Yeah, they're feeling you there.
Same.
Hananya read 10 or 11 pages.
Nice.
Joanna got a new first chapter outlined and had lunch.
Mandy read.
It does. I had that before this, but now this is making me hungry again. I'm definitely getting tea on the next sprint. Mandy got 733 words. Let's see. Lee got 90% of 1 chapter. I agree. Solid progress. Bree is getting ready for some renovation. This is one of our Avengers friends. If you know us from there. So she did some organizing. Good for you, Bree. We all know you are the organization queen.
If I ever need someone to clean my house.
Mm-hmm. You could do a show and it would be life-changing.
And what snack are you having?
Oh, yes. What snack are you having? That is important. Shannon's keeping me on the important questions. Let's see. Wilma got 383 words. You know, sometimes we get distracted and we just have to accept that and let it happen and then get back on track. It just be kind to your brains, guys. Be kind to your brains. That's my mantra now. Max is actually writing something.
I worked on stuff, ?
I worked on stuff, 3 question marks. Got some character shiz done and a little bit of world building so I can figure out plot beats. All right, you started it though. That's the cool part. So Max has been talking about writing a book for as long as I have known them.
Good on you, Max, for getting started.
And I'm not sure where. That's been a couple of years, so maybe it's different books, but good for you, Max. I'm sorry about that. Sinus issues are so annoying. Like, what is it about your nose running that just like wipes you out? Like, it's just like I can't function when my.
I don't even like hearing the word nose running. I get like
PTSD.
No, I don't even know. It's just like I'm like someone like snot makes me like if I read that in a book, I'm like, like close the book, walk away, like.
Nice. No, I regularly deal with sinus issues because of allergies. Nothing like terrible, just some postnasal drip, but it's like
it stinks.
If I could live without you, I would. So, yes, CB has a good one. Email it to yourself, send it to a friend, use Google Docs so you can access your work on other devices. What is y'all's method for saving things?
I have an external hard drive that's a solid state hard drive, plus I back up all my working documents to Google Doc.
Nice. I write on Google Doc because I'm chaotic like that and also didn't have a choice for 2 years.
Oh.
I had a Chromebook, so everything is on Google Doc now. I haven't gotten Word back, but everything gets written on Google Docs. It gets downloaded to my computer. It also gets emailed to me, especially when I finish a draft so that I have like proof of when I finished that and an updated copy. mostly just to put my mother's mind at ease because she's continually worried about someone stealing my work. And I'm just like, that's not really what's supposed to happen. But also, I have something that's dated, so you can't.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all you really need.
Well, you know, and Google Docs, it tracks. Oh, well, I don't know if you write in Google Docs, but see, whenever I upload, I download the document if I'm working on it somewhere else, and then I upload it again every time I work, and it shows me all my versions with my date stamps.
Nice. I am sure there is a place to do that in Google Docs. I haven't found it yet. I'm actually thinking about trying out Scrivener now that I have a computer I can download things on.
I like Scrivener. I have no software loyalty. It's bad. I really like having like a fresh document. It's weird. So like I use Google Docs sometimes and Word sometimes, and I like For the Words. It's like a writing RPG. But to stay organized, I love For the Words too. You should send me your thing. I have like no friends that actually use it, so I can add you. My house is sad. Don't look at my house. It has.
I have to figure out what it is, but I will. I use it occasionally. The one thing I don't like about For the Words is that you cannot pay directly for it.
Yeah, you have to do the little crystal things.
I'm like,
but it's almost better like that because I use it sporadically too. Like I'll be really into it for like 2 weeks or for like a nano event, and then like I won't touch it for 4 months. Then I'll be into it for 2 weeks. But I'll copy and paste everything and put it in Scrivener in order, and then I have Scrivener on my computer and my iPad. So then when I sync it, I have it like in 2 spots. So like I'm really bad when it comes to like backing it up in different places consistently. But I'm trying to get better at that as like a habit. I feel like I've never had an issue that scared me enough for me to panic. But I have like my new laptop, it doesn't use USB sticks. It's like USB-C. So I only have like 1 thumb drive. So I just need a better collection of thumb drives.
I specifically, when I got this one, there were 2 things that I knew I needed. I needed one I could edit videos on. So I got a gaming computer, and I also was like, we need to have at least 2 USB drives.
Yeah, I definitely got a gaming computer for the video editing. Like that was a big sell for me. And it actually came with a converter, and it was a kind of nice converter, and it like the cords all folded up, so it was like a little brick, and then the cords came out that was USB to USB-C, but I'm retarded, so I lost it.
Oh no. All right, Samantha says that the songs would count as productivity towards a project, but only writing is writing.
I agree.
I feel like I'm gonna disagree with you on the writing is. I subscribe to V.E. Schwab's kind of philosophy, which is like if you're thinking about your book, you're writing to some extent. Now you can use that to procrastinate, and I have to watch myself on that. But there are sometimes you do need to sit down and let it marinate and like think through stuff.
As a non-procrastinator, I don't procrastinate. I'm a very get it done type gal.
I'm so jealous.
Me too.
Yeah, it's probably the autism. I'm just like, task, do it. But
my ADHD is the opposite.
I know it's the big difference.
It's the exact
disorders.
opposite.
It's like the defining difference is literally just that.
Yeah.
But it's my best writing time is when I'm driving alone in my car with the music really loud. I'm like, so many ideas. Like that's my most
every time in the car. If I could write, and it's because I've tried writing in the car when someone else is driving. It's never when I am the passenger. It's always when I am the one that is doing the driving.
Because you're chatty. It's because you're chatty. If we're in the car, you're talking.
Yeah. In the car with my parents, Cal. You know I'm not talking then.
Oh, that's fair.
I've got my earbuds in and I'm just trying to ignore things.
That's why you dissociate enough that like you have no more stress holding you back from writing, and it just
that's what I do.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a road and other cars ahead of me, but I'm not thinking about that.
Because I think of things like before I fall asleep at night, and it's that like I'm too comfortable. There's no way I'm getting up to write this down, but this would be a great idea if I remember it. Feeling like you just associate just enough.
A Pigeon asked, has anyone had a good experience with NovelPad?
No, I don't know what NovelPad is. I'm gonna go look it up.
I have not heard of that, but now I'm gonna go check it out because I could. I'm always liking new stuff. I'm always liking if I like new
is my first question.
It's the ADHD, I think. Like, find me a new way to do this.
So I just looked it up and just hit their like homepage, and apparently they have like a lot of like tracking things, like sort of how the NaNoWriMo has like little charts and stuff, but their interface is prettier. So I'm into that.
And that is our next sprint. I'm gonna look this up. If I get a certain amount done, I'll look this up. But let's go ahead, mute our mics, and let's go. Hello, hello, hello. How did we do? Oh, now I'm hot.
You know, not as well as could have been hoped for.
Sometimes that's how it goes.
I decided to stop for the day of 2,389 words. So I'm
Nice.
happy with that. Yeah, but I realized that on the last break, I was like, I really need to just go back and redo some of this work on my book before I continue on, because it's just going to continue being a hot mess.
Okay.
So I started editing our next video for the Self-Publishing Tips and Tricks podcast.
Oh, nice.
That's productive.
Oh,
I got about 620 words done, which I think is pretty good. But I did do, I want to say, like 300 words, probably in the span of like 15 to 20 minutes. Like I just like cranked out so fast and my brain shut off. And towards the last 10 minutes, I was like, well, I'm done now. Like what I wanted to write is out, but like I'm not really done. But
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I got to page 7 in my reread, and we've got some more notes now. I'm trying to color code my notes based on various things. Did I write down what the color code means?
Oh my god.
It's fine. We've only got 4 notes. It's not too late, but I think I'm looking at this, and I don't I like writing in cursive, but I don't like how messy the cursive looks. So I think we're gonna redo this particular.
Kind of classic Margaret though. Like there is an organizational system there, but does anyone understand it?
Listen, I just have to make room for it. I have a key for in the manuscript. When I find certain things, I just have to figure out where it is. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to check in with the chat. But before we do that, Shannon, I know that you have some things planned. So do you want to, anything you want to plug before you leave?
Yeah, I guess I would just say thank you for having me on. It was so great to meet all of you because you're all new for me. And so I hope to learn more about you guys. And I know I subscribed to you, Margaret, because I was on the channel with the YouTube video. So I'll have to go find you guys with the links in the description.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm happy to have met you guys. And you guys can find me. I'm on the AuthorTube side of the line here. One day I'll talk about books, but not yet.
Fair.
But I'm part of a Tuber book club, which is where we read a book by any author in the AuthorTube community. So far, they've just been all indie authors. But we're talking about The McMurdo Riff by Bradley Lejeune on Tuesday on Books by Adrian's channel. And I'm also doing writing sprints on Estelle Vandeveld's channel if you want to come do sprints for an hour there.
Nice. And do you have, I think you had some sprints planned on your channel this time, or was it last time?
Well, I do weekly Friday sprints in the morning at 9 a.m., but I am going to be doing sprints every day of November, except for 1 week where I'm going to a writing conference.
Ooh,
nice.
So. That is some dedication. I may have to join in on those.
Yeah, you're welcome to come. I love if you're like, hey, I can jump on the camera, you're welcome to join.
Okay, perfect.
I'll put the call out to anybody who's wanting to come. So.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Shannon, and have fun on your next sprint.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, it was exciting to sprint with you.
All right. And then there were 3. I'm going to restart the timer so that we have some time to check in with some people's in the chat and see how they did.
Oh man, I ate dinner and I'm like about to have a food coma. I'm like,
Matt, I'm just gonna have to
30
unfriend
minutes
you.
left.
I need you to make up your mind. Are you startled or are you not startled? If y'all haven't been on the chat with me and Cal, Max is always in our chat room, and we use timers. We used to use timers that had like bombs and stuff, and like
I get the bomb scaring you.
That would like
That
every
makes
time
sense.
we would come back and start talking, Max would be like, "You guys scared me. You made me jump." So it's like our running joke now.
Yeah. So like when we're choosing a timer, we're like, oh, will it scare Max?
Essie took a walk in the middle of the write-a-thon. Do it. You need to get outside,
Nice.
especially right now. People don't get a lot of sun when it's kind of getting towards the winter time.
It's nice out there right now in Ontario.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh too, yeah. It's like a good like low 70s, like a little bit of a breeze.
Mm-hmm.
Florida went back to being reasonable this morning. So
Okay, by reasonable, you mean lovely for everybody else on the planet.
Yeah. No, it is. If we could have this weather all year long, it would be perfect because it's you don't even need I woke up and it was what I call April 20. Is it April 25th or April 24th for Miss Congeniality? It's
I don't
not
remember.
not too
For my
cold,
time,
not
buddy.
warm, not too cold. You just need a light jacket. Like it was that weather in the morning, and now it's just like you go outside and like it's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's just like perfect. So, yeah, I don't think I would do well in the north.
It's not fun. It's gonna start being not fun in like maybe 4 or 5 weeks. We got a little bit of time before it's not fun up here.
Yeah, December is really frustrating for me because it gets dark so soon. And part of me staying mentally healthy is me getting like 30 minutes of sun. Because I've noticed a definite correlation between getting that and me not.
Yeah, the darkness is definitely more of a mental drain than it is a weather thing.
It is.
When I lived in Japan, they don't have daylight savings time, and when I moved there, it was like dark at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and that's just the way things were. And everyone acted like it was normal. It was like fall.
Yeah.
I was like, this is wrong, but like okay.
Yeah, I love it when it's white earlier because it makes it easier for me to get up. But at the same time, I understand why people want daytime in the evening more.
Yep.
So
in the free time, I want my daytime to be my free time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Work great. Let me work. If I could, I would work a graveyard shift, but I can't.
I wouldn't. I had to do 3 p.m. to midnight before, and I wanted to kill myself every single night.
It's not fun.
You are you're in bed by 10 though.
It's already getting too late for me. I'm already tired.
Well, I used to work 2 to 10, and I loved that. Like mood-wise, that was the best shift for me. But that means I didn't do anything else with my day, so I felt like I was going nowhere in life.
You're kind of waiting all day to work.
Yeah, or like you sleep in a little bit, and then it's like, wow, I just did lunch and I showered, and now it's time to go to work.
I would much rather work like 5 to whatever. Like I used to love working like 6:30 to 2:30.
I'm not a morning person, but I feel better when I punch out at the end of a shift after like a morning shift.
Yeah, when it's so nice out.
My favorite shift, and I hated having to get there for it, was like the 7 to 3 shift because you got out with enough time to still do your day. But like the only time the evening shifts worked for me was when I was in school because things were structured and like planned and timed. Otherwise, my brain was like, okay, but I have to go to work at 3. So what can I actually do? So anyways,
I get that.
Didn't know at that time what was going on in my brain. Moon Petrie got about 2,260 so far to date. That is a good amount of writing for a day. Phoebe is still working on, it looks like, are you still working on that alternate channel chapter, CB? But 421 words. Nice job. Mandy, teach us your ways. Mandy got 1,407 in that sprint. Teach us, please. Apparently subscribe to Mandy's channel if you want to learn how to write fast. Let's see. Just Ava finished up through chapter 12. 8 to go. A Pigeon got 342 words. Nice job. Max is joining us in reading Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Got page 31. Are we getting Bella? Oh, nice. CB has 4,642 words to go until they reach their word count for this month. And then Caitlin wants to know if you rearranged your room, Maddie.
I did. I actually painted everything. Thank you for noticing. It's in construction, but I painted everything, and I'm working on these like stencils up in the corner, and I hung bookshelves on both sides. This is like a little cubby. So I have a little couch, and I hung bookshelves. And then I put like a really tall bookshelf, and I hung a little TV. So I literally live in this little corner. It's great. Amazing. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, it's all different colors. It used to be red and black and silver, and I need it just fresh. But I'm only like 75% done, so it's still a little bit bare in here. I need some character art. I need some writing inspiration.
Redoing a room is such an effort.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I totally get that. I am like, I've been wanting to redo mine for the longest time, but I'm also actively trying to get to a place where I can move out, and it may be happening sooner rather than later. So it's like I haven't
just save it up for the new place.
You can't. Can you see? I think you can see the stuff on top of it, but like I've got parts of the new bed here and there, and my parents keep going, when are we gonna like get your new bed set together? Because my dad made it. It's like,
yeah.
What are we gonna
I'm
do?
doing it like in paycheck stages, but then I went away for about a week and a half. So I'm like, it's sort of halfway in construction now. My next step is to get, I want one of those standing sitting desks because I think I'd be super productive with one. I'm using the desk now that I got in like 9th grade for high school, and it's great, but it is very tiny. So I'm excited to get like an adult sized desk is my next move.
This desk, bed, and you can't see it, but the dresser I have had since I was 6 years old.
Aw, I love that. Like, I'm gonna be sad to get rid of this desk, but since I'm like a full-time editor now and I work from home, I'm like, I just need like, even if it's just 6 inches of extra space. But I don't remember how long this one is. I want to say it's like maybe like 35 or whatever. The one I'm getting is like 50. I'm like, that's so much extra space. I could do so much with that.
Okay, hold on. Our timer is about to go off, but I think we've only got like half an hour left before the sprint is over. So I'm thinking, do we want to do one more quick one? Like maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then kind of do our outros and all of that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we don't have time for a full 40. Yeah, 7 to 3 is but yeah. I lived 5 minutes from when I was working those shifts. I lived 5 minutes. I would roll out of bed. I did a 5 to 2 shift, and I loved getting off at 2. Hated getting there at 5. I would literally roll out of bed at 4:50 and leave my house at 4:55.
I'm too high maintenance. I'm like high maintenance but low energy. Like it'll take me forever to get ready, but like you really don't have to fuss over me after I am. So I need like a full hour.
I worked at a Chick-fil-A, so no one cared what I looked like. I would come home and get after. What?
You don't go to Chick-fil-A for class.
No, you don't. I used to put makeup on it when I worked there, but only when I worked the afternoons. After that, I was like, I'm working the morning shift. I can put makeup on if I'm going out tonight. Okay, so let's say 15, so we have a little bit of time to chat.
I like it.
Then I'm gonna go train dogs.
Oh yay! Are you training your dogs, or are you training with somebody else?
Well, we'll just go train Cassie and Porto for retrieving.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna work on whistle sits.
Amazing.
Let us know how it goes. I'm invested.
Thank you. Well, you know, Cassie's already titled in it, so we're working on like the hard shit for her. Porto, he's coming along really nicely. I think he'll be able to title next summer. So
you're like, Porto is Porto's Porto.
Porto has lots of enthusiasm and not a ton of self-control. That's where we're at.
Mood. I relate strongly.
He's a great dog.
I love it. All right, 15 minutes on the timer. So 3, 2, 1, mute your mic. Welcome, welcome back. How did we do?
Good.
Good? That was a better sprint? Nice.
Wasn't
Nice.
enough time for me to get distracted.
Okay, maybe my next timer that I do needs to be the 25-minute timer then, so we can like have shorter sprints.
Yeah. For writing, I think I do. Reading is long. I think longer is better, so I don't like get side like so that it doesn't take you away from it. But I think for writing, I do better with the short bursts.
That makes
I think
sense.
I'm different every day. It's so weird. Like it's a mood thing.
It's all how I woke up this morning.
Exactly. Or how I woke up from my nap an hour ago.
That's funny. All right, I will put 25 minutes on the list for the next one that I make. So, you weren't here, Matt. I don't know if you were watching, but you weren't on screen with us when I explained like the timer I reused are timers that I have made myself.
Yep.
Just because I know that there was
in the
somebody.
chat.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you know the reason behind that.
I had to hide like 10 of my at least 10. It might have been a little bit more of that because somebody caught me and they were like, people are getting copy strike. I had to watch all of my live streams. It was like 40 live streams I had to watch through to see which timers I had to hide.
I don't know which creator the timer. The one that I've been using, I don't think
TikTok Countdown.
It was what?
TikTok Countdown is the creator who was. Yeah.
Okay.
So anybody who has streams planned, avoid that, please.
I don't think we ever used them, but just to be on the safe side, because we used to use lots of colors, or I used to use lots of colors, but just to be on the safe side, I was like, I have Premiere Pro. I can figure out how to make this myself.
I had the same thought recently. I wanted to make some.
Yeah. So I'm just like, the only thing I ask people to do is just like credit me in link my channel in the description. It's free to go.
I know Laura Nettles, she makes some and she just puts her little like her handle in the corner. It's cute. So when it's up, it's from her.
That is smart. I should put a watermark in there, shouldn't I?
It just has like her name in cursive and it like matches like the decorations usually. I think all of them have them, if not most do.
Yeah. Nice. So anyways, this is going to mean nothing to like 90% of you, but Brianna has started chaos in the Avengers Discord. So anyways, does anyone have anything? Oh, what did I do? I copied everything over in nicer handwriting, and also, Cal, for you, I went and did a color code.
Good. Thank God.
Yeah. So I have one more color that I can use for things, but I haven't figured out what it needs to be used for yet. But it just looks so much better in my capital script versus my calligraphy or my like cursive. Mm-hmm. My brain is happy now.
Good. That's an important part of the process is keeping the brain happy.
Yes. My brain likes aesthetic stuff. I'm real serious about something when I'm like, you know what? I don't fucking care about aesthetics. Let's just get this shit done.
I was watching this video the other day. Somebody sent it to me and it's like, do everything for the aesthetic because you'll generally be like weirdly happier. It's like, if this takes 5 more minutes, but I took a cute picture and it's like, I did this thing. It, I don't know, adds serotonin or something. I'm very into it. So I was doing that on vacation. I'm like, I'm going to do the extra 5-minute hike or whatever to go do this thing.
Nice. That's why I'm doing printables for my updated
I love
story.
Printables.
So I have made my own printables for this, for all of my stuff that I do.
Helper.
And I'm like,
she approves.
Nice. Perfect.
He came over just to see your printables.
Beautiful. I'm like, I could slap this together and then go for it, or I could actually make something that is going to be usable and pretty.
Yeah, I like usable and pretty. I've been really into to do printables. He likes to be held like a baby, but only when I'm on like streaming. I swear, he like rarely does this.
That is so funny.
That's like my dogs will find the squeaky toy the minute I start. Like, hey,
I think he thinks I'm crazy because I have headphones in. Like I'm talking to myself, and he's like, "Oh,
oh boy."
Yeah, that's what I anticipated being like. He's like, "It's okay, I'll be here while you talk to the wall."
Everything for mom. She's being nuts again.
I was talking at Canva, I think Friday night or Thursday night, Wednesday night, I think it was, because it wasn't the night that we were streaming. Wednesday night, I was just like, no, ma'am, stop just talking to Canva, like having a full conversation with it. And I'm like, oh my God, I am sad, but also I've always been this way.
I've always been this way.
Does anybody have anything they would like to plug, anything you want to say about your channel before we go? Everyone is linked, by the way, in the description box. Again, they're linked. Worldwide Writeathon is linked.
Yeah.
The timer is linked, etc.
No.
No.
Subscribe to my channel, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say,
Plus,
if
you would love
like,
it.
if you like dogs, you should go and see Cal get his dog titled last weekend. There is a vlog for it. Cassie's now a what? What is Cassie's title?
Cassie has her full name is Russia's Vienna Autumn Flight WCJHRN, which means that she has her junior hunter title, her working certificate, and her rally novice title. Yes. So essentially she's past the easy levels of different sports, and we're working our way up to some harder ones next weekend. So
nice. And she also sometimes moonlights as her sister's replacement.
It's becoming more frequent, let me tell you. When I
Is
go,
it?
hey Briar, do you want to go to work? And Briar is under the covers, asleep in bed. So
Briar, you're too young to be doing that.
A bitch is 4.
Never too young to avoid work.
Briar has figured it out. Apparently, Briar's been reading some articles about millennials.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Maddie? Do you have anything you want to plug for your channel?
Yeah, subscribe. I'm a full-time editor. If anyone needs edits, I'm taking manuscripts for the winter. I post writing-related videos 1 to 2 times a week. I had a little bit of a lull while I was on vacation, but I'm back to 1 to 2 times a week. And if you like cats, I have 4, and 2 of them are half Mancoons, so they're the size of my torso. So if you like cats the size of small dogs, I have lots of those in my videos and vlogs.
Amazing.
I love Mancoons.
They're like 60% or so he doesn't really look like it a lot, but his like brother does. But he's not really fat, but he's big.
He's a hefty boy.
And yeah, but he doesn't like being picked up, so he just hated that I did that.
Sorry, most cats don't.
He's leaving now.
Then that is it. There is another sprint happening. If I was on my game,
I think it's at 6.
Yeah, there's another sprint happening at 6. So if you need to hang around for that, go ahead and do that. If not, yeah.
It's on Pages and Pens, if anyone needs that.
Pages and Pens, thank you. So Pages and Pens is the next one doing sprintos. Hold on, let me see real quick for the people in the chat. Let me go ahead. I'm going to see if I can link this for y'all. Again, if I were a true professional, I would have done this already. All right. Oh, there it is. Give me just a second.
Beautiful.
All right. No. It's going to make me go all the way in because it won't give me a link. Okay. So here is the link. Yeah, everyone rest, stretch, hydrate, and eat. And then also here is the link to the next sprint. It's in the chat if you would like to go hang out there. And I will go ahead and I'll also put it in the description box. So if anyone's watching this after the fact, they can just go through. There's a whole playlist for the Worldwide Writeathon for this year. So I'll probably put that and this in the description box. So thank you everyone for joining me, and y'all have a great rest of the night. I'll probably see some of y'all in the chat for the next one.